Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to your messages from your loved ones in spirit to support you through this transition that we are all now within. So, I have tried for a couple of days to record these messages and grateful that I'm here on November the 5th recording them for you. Like you, I'm human, and there has been much going on that I have needed to focus my attention and energy on the home front and supporting those who live within the home with me. So, um, thank you for your patience. For those who are new, welcome. Please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I really intend to be a little more consistent with uploads, and I'm just working on some ideas as to how I'm going to do that, whether it will be daily messages. I'm going to continue with the by the sun sign messages every month, as well as the intuitive energy updates as I am guided. So, first and foremost, what I have been feeling there, these messages, there is this feeling within the collective of loss, grief. It's actually grief energy. And these messages are intended to support moving beyond the grief and really moving into this blessed and abundant new beginning that is here for all of us. And what my guides are saying is that within the sadness, within the pain, there is a beautiful gift. And so I'm really excited to share these messages with you and have a look at the thumbnail. If you haven't seen this, it was posted on Facebook back on Monday, I believe. So if you haven't seen this yet, please do go and look. And there were 3 piles of cards that were laid out, left, right, and center. So we're going to start with the left pile. So if you were guided to the pile that had this image on the front, first and foremost, what I'm hearing is that you are actually in this place of emotional healing. And what is happening is recently it feels as if some of your own shadow has come to the surface. And it feels to me that what you're doing and what you are being asked to do is to be the observer. To be the observer of the emotions as they move through, allow them to move through without judgment, without criticism of them, without shame attached to them. Just simply allow them to drift through, because this is really speaking of you coming into your solar energy, your personal power. And it really is through your ability to honor what the shadow is showing and to allow that emotion to move through you so that it can actually be cleared and healed once and for all. It says a beautiful, inspired idea floats through pathways of light, waiting for the right moment to enter your mind and heart. And I would say with that, allow what comes through your heart to guide your mind into action. So you may have a thought or a vision or a thought or a vision that comes into your mind. Allow it to settle in your heart. And if your heart inspires you to take action on that, follow your heart without delay. Okay? This wonderful idea that stems from your soul will grow and blossom if you nurture it. Keep it safe within your inner world until it is ready to manifest in your outer world. A period of great fulfillment and accomplishment follows. And the biggest accomplishment I'm hearing is the ability to master your emotions, the ability to move beyond the pain and into this new earth energy, which is really about each of us in our own life, in our own experience, creating and bringing to life this energy of heaven on earth. And it is an individual process. And as we do that, we support the collective process. Next up is the animal guidance. Oh, and you have received the black egg. And this again, it's really saying you are coming out of that shadow energy into this energy of your soul's presence, the purity of your eternal soul. This feels like a beautiful gift, actually. I really wish I had the guidebook here, but I didn't bring it with me. This is one of the special cards in this deck. And it really feels like, at this time you are in this womb space, and in the womb space it is dark, right? Within the womb space it is still. And within the womb space, we come face to face with aspects of ourselves that perhaps we denied, rejected, and did not want to face existed. Yet it is within this womb space that we come home to our own light, that we recognize the light that we are and the light that we always have been. And then, yes, the goddess of strength. And it's really important for you to know all of your loved ones in spirit, those you knew in this lifetime and those you never met, are rooting for you. And they admire your strength, your courage. And this takes me back to the first card where they were saying that it is your ability to observe your emotions that returns you to your solar power, your strength. And here we have this goddess of strength card. And it says, stand up for what you believe. You will gain respect by holding your ground. And there is an energy about in the collective stream that, truth is meant to stand down. We are meant, because if you stand up and speak your truth, there's a good opportunity, there's a good possibility that there are going to be a number of people who have a different view than you. And so this, on the planet, particularly in North America and particularly in the United States, although it is happening planet-wide, there's this real contentious energy. And honestly, that is not what we're here for. We are here as seeds of the new paradigm. We came here to break free from patriarchal energy, which is this control, and it's control through manipulation. And so what this is really saying to me is that first, it's important for you to clarify what's going on within you and your experience, and to be the master who overcomes all perceived obstacles, and doing so with the knowing that your loved ones are supporting you. Your loved ones are encouraging you to keep going and keep growing. You're deeply loved, and your courage inspires legions of light who stand all around you, is actually what I'm feeling. So I trust that those messages resonate with and make sense to you. Please do let me know in the comments below how that message felt for you. There seems to be a theme here with the cards. So if you were guided to the middle pile, which look like this on the top, first of all, immediately what's coming through is shine your light. You were born a star, and you came here to shine. And I'm hearing twinkle, twinkle, little star, and this little light of mine. And again, the same with the first messages. What's coming up is there's this real emotional surge, which is encouraging a purge. So the purge is about moving beyond the obstacles, moving beyond the confines of the mental body, moving beyond the mind, and moving into this place where, there can be emotional turbulence, there can be emotional upheavals, purging, if you will. And on the other side of it, you will shine more brightly than ever before. There is a call here for you, those of you drawn to this middle pile, to get out to nature more, grounding yourself. I do feel like working through bare feet on the earth. I know in North America here, it's getting a little bit cold for that. It's still doable, and I do it on a daily basis, and it is something I need to do that supports me. And so this feels like it may be true for you as well. Really getting outside, planting your feet, especially if there's emotional stuff coming up. And that's really what's been going on here in our home space, is that, we have shifted to a new home space. Everything's new. And, as I have easily moved through this transition, it hasn't been so easy for my son. So it's been really important that I have continued to take care of myself in this process so that I can support him in the best way possible. So, it does, and you may have people around you. The fact that I was guided to mention, um, what's going on in my home space, there may actually be people around you who are having these emotional surges, and it's quite stormy in their experience. And you may be the one who is here to support their transition as well. And I'm 100% confident when I say you are greatly supported through your connection to Mother Earth. Get out, go for a nice long walk, plant those feet on the ground, stand there, practice some deep breathing to support things moving through so you can feel the light in your heart expanding and shining within and then without. The message on this card is you are currently too close to see things clearly. Detach a little and you will start to see things from a higher perspective. By emotionally detaching from the situation, a simple solution becomes clear. And what happens often when we try to think our way through a situation, when we try to bulldoze our way through a situation, as instead of just allowing the situation to play out and remaining calm and peaceful, then we end up, it's instead of flowing, we end up restricting our ability to flow and to move forward. So I really feel strongly for you that whatever is going on in your experience, your call to action is to ground. Your call to action is to go within to get clear. Your call to action is to continue to make self-care, your well-being, emotional, mental, and spiritual, as well as physical, because it's all happening within our physical bodies. Your call to action is to take care of yourself first and foremost, and that supports your ability to be of service in the highest expression of that to those who are in your experience, sharing experience with you. So your animal guide card, Firefly. And that's so funny because we were saying this little light of mine. I do feel with this coming up, because I loved fireflies when I was a kid, and when we would go down east to visit my grandparents, there were tons of them, way more than we saw here in Ontario, in the city, Toronto area. And so I was always so fascinated with these little creatures that just, they'd be flying and then all of a sudden, they'd light up. And I feel like this is actually a call for you to return to a childlike sense of wonder. It's not all doom and gloom unless you're plugged in to the television, to the mainstream, to all of this other stuff that has really been put in place as a distraction and a way to create this divide. Remember, divided we fall, and we've seen nations fall from division. And united we rise, united we stand tall in our personal sovereignty. And you, like I, like every other being of light, is a sovereign being eternally connected to Source. And it's time for us to stand in that sovereignty. I do feel like magic is afoot and in your life, and there's this real call. If you have been taking life too seriously, Firefly is bringing this message of playfulness, not taking yourself or life or situations that are playing out in the collective too seriously. Always taking everything back into the heart space as your compass in this lifetime, as the intended guide in this lifetime, and decide for yourself. You don't need anyone else to decide for you and impose their views, their rules, their beliefs on you. This is about sovereignty as the star that you are. And in this game of life, you are the main player. What do they call it in the movie? The protagonist or whatever. You are the main star. You are the hero. You are the conqueror. And you are the wise one that rises above all deception and illusion. So let your light shine. And this does feel like high heart and solar plexus activation for you. And finally, you got the angel of psychic abilities. And immediately what I'm hearing for you is trust what you feel. Trust what you see and trust what you know in your bones. And it does feel like things are opening up for you as you begin to stand in your personal power. As you call your power back to you, you are going to have a clearer view. Remember that first card said that you were too close to the situation. And this is really saying through your ability to ground, and with the firefly there, who is, air energy, it's really important to make sure that we are balancing that air energy with that earth energy so that it's stable. I do feel like, you are, whether it's through dreams, whether it's through visions, you are sensing, seeing, and feeling things. You may just be moving into this deeper knowing without actually knowing how you know. Trust what's coming through for you. You would be wise, they're saying to me, to document. So keeping a little journal, a notepad with you, and perhaps when you're going out to nature, taking this little notepad with you and jotting some things down that are coming to you, because I do feel that as you connect more and more with nature, there's going to be more and more expansion of your vision and your ability to see what is actually going on here. They're saying seeing beyond the illusion, seeing beyond the deception. And things aren't truly what they seem. There is, that's all I'm going to say on that. And it says your intuition and psychic abilities are strong at present. So it's just taking me right back to this very first card where there may be some emotional turbulence. There certainly is within the collective. So if you are an empath and you're very sensitive, you will be feeling it. Also, if you, as an empath and a highly sensitive person, we do pick up on, and in actuality, we feed on the energy of those that we live with. We take on theirs, they take on ours. So it's really important to clarify your space, clear your energy. Smudging is a great practice. And when you do so, make sure your windows are open. Recently, in the last few days, I've been guided to work with my tingshaws and my bell and really lightening up the energy in the space with sound. So this may be beneficial to you as well. So I trust that those messages resonate with you and support you in this now moment. And remember, messages from Spirit are timeless and eternal. So whenever you stumble across these messages, I trust you will feel loved and supported from your ancestors and loved ones on the other side, just beyond the veil, because they're so close to us. So finally, if you were guided to the third, the right set of cards, here is your message. And for you, I do feel like this blue moon that we've had just less than a week ago has really stirred up some strong emotions for you. And really, it feels like almost like this wind has blown through. I'm hearing dark night of the soul energy. So for some of you, since the blue moon, and I have seen it in my own house, how this energy has affected people individually as well as within the collective, for you, it's really important to nurture your roots. So we see these trees and they're bending in the breeze, and it looks like more than a breeze. It looks like a massive wind of change is blowing through. And what is important is to nurture your roots through the energy of unconditional love, to connect your heart to the heart of Mother Earth. And again, doing this by going outside, grounding yourself, hugging a tree, touching a tree, taking a brisk walk in nature. This is the number one way to shift energy. And what the dark, what they, it's different. It works differently than the light, because the intention of the dark is to keep things down, to keep systems and people in their place. Well, we weren't born for that. We weren't really born for that. So in order for us to shift this energy, this density, movement is the number one easiest and fastest way to do that. And movement out in nature is even better, because nature supports our realignment with our soul's essence. Nature is a reflection of who we are. And everything within this planetary realm is transient. Nothing is, nothing stays the same. Everything changes all the time. We change with each and every breath, with each rising of the sun. It's a new day. So for you, it really feels important to, whatever has been coming up for you since this blue moon, to really focus on your roots. Focus on what is right and true for you. Focus on staying in your heart, because what I'm hearing is that beyond this storm is a time of abundant creativity. So whatever is present for you right now is supporting your creativity going forward. And this is really what the energy of November is all about. And if you haven't checked out your sun sign messages for November yet, please do go check them out. They are posted on this YouTube channel in a playlist called By the Sun Sign Messages. So check that out, and also check out the November 2020. It was blue moon messages that were posted last week as well. Check those out, because there's a lot of really supportive information in those messages for all of us. So for you here, stay in your heart and nurture your roots. So anchoring your heart to the heart of Mother Earth, and doing this through visualization and breathing practices. It says, what you are today was greatly influenced by your past thoughts and attitudes, and your present thoughts and attitudes are the building blocks of your tomorrow. Therefore, be mindful and aware of your thoughts. Positive thoughts now will help create a brighter future, because every thought is a seed. If you plant weeds, you can't expect to harvest beautiful flowers. And so there is this energy that it's time to pull the weeds and to plant the seeds of your beautiful heart. You are a star seed. You came here as a seed of higher consciousness, of heaven on earth. And it's up to each of us to go through the process of death and rebirth, so that we can, in fact, nurture those seeds which are grown within our heart space, so that we can harvest our bounty. And it's a direct bounty, directly given from source. Your animal guide here, oh, bat. Yes. So we can see right away with the bat's red and orange wings here, this is speaking to me of grounding. Bat also speaks of shadow work, and that was evident in the first card. Bats also are really a form of higher intelligence, in my opinion. So they communicate with each other. They're blind, right? Blind as a bat. they're blind, and they move through just like, dolphins and whales. It's this ecosystem, um, sonar system, right? And so I feel like for many of you, your ear chakras are waking up, so you may actually be hearing more. You may be getting upgrades or downloads through your ear chakras, and everybody's like, "Oh, I'm getting a download." It's really important in order for us to actually clarify what the messages coming in or the upgrades that we're receiving, however you want to identify those. We must do that through our connection to the earth. So stuff's coming in, a new frequency's coming in, a higher frequency's coming in. We can't just go, "Oh yeah, now I'm like vibrating at a high frequency." And this is a big step that many, many people, light workers included, are missing, is this step which supports integrating what's coming in. We can't move to the next level without the integration process. Otherwise, the foundation that we are moving or that we are building upon it's not stable, and it's not going to support the rise, if you will. So I do feel Bat is asking you to come to terms with your past, accept it, and know that it's everything, just like the first card said, everything brought you to this point. There are no mistakes. In our humanness, we can look at things and go, "Oh my gosh, that's like so tragic. Why did that happen?" On and on and on. And we can just really get stuck in that place. And this isn't the time to get stuck. This is the time to rise. This does, with this moon here again, it is saying, confirming that this blue moon was quite challenging for you. And yet what I'm hearing is it's actually, the intended purpose was to be quite transformative for you. So moving beyond the wound. Moving beyond the wound. Goddess of nature. Love it. And see how I was saying in the first card, like it really felt like whatever you are shifting through at this time is really moving you into this abundantly creative time. This is what this card is saying to me. It is a card of creation. This is a reminder to you that you are one with nature. You are one with all that you see, all that we are witnessing. And the true, I want to say the true measure of a master is the ability to stand firmly planted, remain grounded, not allowing yourself to be uprooted, if you will, by outside influences. Remain grounded in your truth, which you will know and feel from your heart. And trust that right here, right now, is an opportunity for a brand new, fresh start. It's really up to you. It is up to each and every one of us. It says here, you reap what you sow. Your dream is coming to fruition. And there has been a collective feeling these days of defeat, if you will. And that really is moving away. It's lacking faith. It's lacking faith in our soul's plan for this lifetime. So we really need to come home to our center, each and every one of us, and to take action every day to nurture ourselves in the most supportive ways. Because if we're feeling anxious or we're feeling fearful, fear is false evidence appearing real. So love, only love is real. And it is what moves us beyond the old paradigm, which is crumbling. One brick at a time, it is crumbling. And thank Goddess for that. Because the true frequency and energy of this planet is oneness, is abundance, is co-creation and creativity. It is community. And this divisive energy is not going to change anything. If you keep doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting a different result, well, that's just insane. So it's really important to stay in your heart now more than ever. Hold your vision for Mother Earth, hold your vision for humanity, and do not let anything blow you off course, because your heart is your compass. Come back to this place and you will always be on course. So I trust that those messages resonate with and support you in this eternal now moment. Thank you so much for being here. I am taking bookings now for 2021 yearly forecasts. They are month to month. I will leave a link in the comments below. And for now, that's it. If you feel like I can help you in any other way via readings or energy work, please do check out my website, lisalyle.com, and stay connected with me here on YouTube for specials, special offerings, energy forecasts, and any other magic that I'm asked to bring through. I see you, I feel you, I love you, and I thank you for being here now. Thank you for your courage, your strength, and your ability to stay in your wise and wonderful heart. Until next time, take good care of yourself.